All right. Okay. Hello there. Hello there. Live stream. I haven't live streamed in a little while, which is not good. It's not good. What's going on? Okay. I can't even see your comments on Streamlabs. I haven't streamed in so long. I don't know how to do this anymore. How's it going, Dorcat? Good to see you, man. The comic book connoisseur, big man Boba. I'm hardly a big man. I'm a tiny, scrawny Boba. I cannot fend. Yeah. Please help. I need training, vigilante training in particular. Do you remember me? Yes, I do, MG Gaming. How are you doing, buddy? How's it going, Amethyst? Great to see you here. Good evening, chat. Yeah, these are just, this is just like I'm trying to get your comments up. It's so annoying. I don't know. I can see your comments on like the YouTube page, but I want to get it up on Streamlabs, which is normally good at doing that, but it's like it's updated. Studio. I don't get it. Either way, it's been 84 years. It's been a little while. It's been 84 years. Right. Nice to see me. Nice to see you. Watch people die inside. What? Watch people die inside? What a scary username. Luca, how's it going? Hi, Boba. I would prefer an Arrowverse reviews, please. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? You prefer an Arrowverse reviews? What do you mean? What do you mean? Am I looking forward to the Superboy episode? Of course I am. I'm probably looking forward to, and in fact I am looking forward to every single Titans episode this season. It's great so far. Yeah, we're 3 episodes in. And Aqualad's the next episode. Very much so looking forward to seeing that. CW Batsuit, what about it, Noah Peters? What about the CW Batsuit? Yeah, I've already got my tickets for Joker. I wish I could go see it early, but I can't. It's really annoying that they're not doing a midnight screening for it, but at the same time, you know, I was kind of shocked at that, but then I was like, at the same time, as much as this is a big movie, it's not like Avengers Endgame, you know. So those are reasons why cinemas usually do midnight screenings, but at the same time, maybe they are doing it in your area. I don't know. Titan's Batsuit reveal. There isn't one yet that I know of. That's been revealed. And the whole Batman thing in season 2 is going to be it's very it's very vague. Let me put it that way. Some people saying there is, some people saying there isn't. I think it's a blend between the two. I think we're going to see Ian Glenn like Batman-esque stuff. I think we'll be lucky if we see him suited, but I don't think it will be like a proper actions shot. I think it will be more of this cinematic Batman cool little thing they might give us in terms of him looking epic in it, but then, you know, it'll cut to him in Wayne Manor. I don't know. But don't count. I'm just going to say don't count on Ian Glenn running around in the Batman suit. You know. Scott says, not sure if I'm feeling Titans or Doom Patrol. Truly love Swamp Thing, though. I'm glad you really enjoyed Swamp Thing. That was amazing. Titans Season 2 is very good if you're just referring to Season 1. I personally really, really enjoy it. I love DC Universe. I think Doom Patrol is the best show. But it is very different, if you know what I mean, from Titans. But yeah, 100%. I'm surprised. Well, at the end of the day, it's subjective. I'm surprised you say you're not feeling Doom Patrol, just because I thought that was such a. I thought that was such an amazing first season for the show. MG Gaming, you've ordered tickets for Joker as well. Yeah, I suggest you guys get Joker tickets if you want to see it on Friday, October 4th. Just because if you leave it too late, you might find a few seats are taken. What do I think is going to happen to Jason? So I think Jason may very well go to Red Hood towards the end, like at the very end of this season. But I don't think what's happened with him and Deathstroke him being, well, it's been a while since the episode, but I won't go full spoilers. But what happened at the end of the episode with Jason Todd, I don't think that's going to transform him into, the Red Hood storyline. I'd be very surprised if they did it that early. So I think they're going to reserve whatever they're going to do Red Hood-wise towards the end of the seasons. Their costumes on Titans look cheap. That's really funny. I find that very funny because if you think Titans costumes look cheap, I don't know if you think the Arrowverse costumes look better, but I would have to completely disagree with that. Titans costumes are amazing. So I have no idea if you're trolling just because I don't know if you're saying the Arrowverse costumes look good. Don't get me wrong, I like the Arrowverse costumes, but no way are they better than the DC Universe costumes. Oh my god, no. Oh my god. Oh yeah, like don't get me wrong, Batman's costume in Titan Season 1 was definitely not developed. Because that was meant to be kept into the shadows. So like when you see that in the broad daylight, of course not. Of course that's not meant to be what they want you to see. But if you're telling me Deathstroke's costume looks bad design-wise, and Robin's suit and all of that, and Hawk and Dove's, no, you're not gonna change my mind on that one. Yeah, I think the Titans costumes are extremely detailed, Dorkat, just like you do. Yeah, especially Hawk and Dove's, especially Deathstroke's. I mean, holy crap. I meant to review Arrow final season. Yeah, I'll be reviewing Arrow's final season. Don't worry about that. Not many episodes in it. And I'll be reviewing The Flash. I was working on a Flash video today, but there's no video today. But I won't give away what it is. It might post tomorrow. Yeah. Hey Boba, do you have any Netflix recommendations? Recently, I finally watched Mindhunter. So if any of you are kind of in between shows, and you're looking for something, and you're scouring across Netflix, then yeah, check out Mindhunter. You may have already heard about people talk about it, but it's very good. Like, give it more than the first episode. I think it's a little bit of a slow. It's just fascinating. If you're into anything, I have to be careful what I say here, just because of YouTube freaking algorithm and all that. Like, I'll just say it, like serial killers and the FBI just kind of building up that profile. In like when's it set? Like the 60s, 70s, early 70s. It's all about that, and it's about the FBI kind of building up the terms and the unique markers and identifying qualities, basically changing what they know and understand about serial killers. So I highly recommend checking it out. It's fascinating. And there's only like 2 seasons, and they don't have a bunch of episodes, so definitely check out the show and support it. Oh yeah, what do I think of what WB Games' new tweet? So is this to do with the new Batman game? They're 100% doing something there. Like, the thing is, I'm kind of confused. I swear there was like this owl symbol, like the Court of Owls symbol, but there's also like the demon's head. So I don't know if this new Batman game is meant to focus around a couple of different things, but that kind of reminded me of the demon's head. I don't know if you guys know what I'm on about, but the guys who make the Batman Arkham games, I believe, have tweeted out, on Celebrate Batman Day, a couple of like really hidden messages, and it's definitely hyping up the fandom. Hallam, Boba, do you remember me? Yes, I do. Yes, I do indeed. Good to see you here, man. Am I going to review the Joker movie? That's a hard pass. No, of course I am. I'm very excited about that. But yeah, my review for Joker will probably be out the 5th of October. I don't think I'll be able to see it much earlier than the day it comes out. So I haven't got any screenings for or anything like that. So yeah, it's gonna have to be the day afterwards, because I think I'm seeing it late on the 4th. Will Starfire ever get her comic accurate suit? Yes, I think she will be getting it this season. I think. I mean, they had already mocked up some really cool Starfire comic book accurate suits for season 1 anyway, but a lot of stuff that was meant to be in the Titan season 1 original finale has been benched. I mean, they had like the Nightwing stuff ready back then. They had Starfire. They had Raven's comic book accurate suit, but like, or costume, if you will. But none of that's happening, and we're 3 episodes in. So, I mean, it is happening, but maybe much later. So yeah, it's very interesting how much actually got kind of cut and pasted, but in different parts of what they originally planned. It Chapter 3 is being rumored. Really? Really? What is surely... Really? I was thinking if they were to do another It film, it would be like the Origins rather than like a Chapter 3 sequel, you know? Boba, I love your videos. Thank you very much, Razorblade, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate the support. Oh, okay. So it's a Pennywise prequel. Okay. But would they still call it Chapter 3? The MCU should have rebooted after Endgame. Why'd you say that? Do you think the new phase doesn't look that interesting? Or rebooted, though? I don't think they need to reboot it. I think they'll be fine telling these new stories. It just might take a while to get into the meat of the new phase, if you know what I mean. Like, sure, there's going to be fun films, but if you're, just like the first 10 years of Marvel, it took a while. I mean, granted, Iron Man was kick-ass, but like, it took a while to get to a few films to get to that first Avengers kind of film. So I think it's going to be the same treatment. We just have to be kind of patient and wait for the new stuff to go down in the way that you want it to. Do you think that Barry will die in Crisis on Infinite Earths? So I think it could go a couple of ways. I think that he could, but he won't at the same time. So they could like they could do a few trippy things. Like as I said, they could make it seem like he's going to, but he won't. Ultimately we know we're getting the rest of the Flash season 6 and then the Flash season 7. So ultimately Barry Allen isn't going to die. It doesn't mean that Earth 90's John Wesley shit Barry Allen isn't going to maybe take the hit. But then again, like if they were to just do that, as cool as that would be, it would be kind of anticlimactic as well. It's like, oh, Barry Allen of our Earth is meant to die, but no, this Barry Allen's going to take the hit. It's just like, okay, cool, but I don't feel much of a sacrifice here because who cares about that Barry Allen really at the end of the day? So yeah, I think they will tease it maybe up until like the final straw, where it could almost happen, but then they won't do it, Then they won't do it. Boba, do you think we might get any info on a new Batman game tomorrow? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not madly connected to or pay a bunch of attention to gaming news these days. I mean, I do, but I don't, So if you're asking me about mega insane theories on a new Arkham Batman game, I'm not that knowledgeable about it. No, I really, to anyone, I've seen this theory quite a few times out there that Barry Allen could actually die and stay dead and then come back mid-season in the following season, but that's not going to happen. They wouldn't do that. Like, don't forget that Grant Gustin's the main star of this show. I could tell you a billion different reasons as to why that wouldn't happen, but trust me, they're not going to cut a star, the main star out of the show, for what? How many episodes? Like loads. They would do it for like at most 3, but that's even too much. My cat is going insane. If you can hear her. You stopped watching Arrow after Laurel. That's a long. I mean, it's got better since then. Hold on a sec. Let me get the Discord link, because I never post that enough. Join it. Do it. Do you like Hawk and Dove? They're my favorite characters in Titans. People, they always ask me who is my favorite one, but it's kind of a collective Hawk and Dove. I prefer them both, if you know what I mean. Don't get me wrong, I love Dick Grayson, I like Jason Todd a lot, and everyone else, Beast Boy, Raven, but I don't know, the vigilante thing appeals to me so much more, and you kind of have to admit, in season 1, Hank and Dawn did get kind of the most complex storyline. Their episodes were golden. They really, really were. So yeah, it's Hank and Dawn. Who do I prefer out of them both? I can't decide. I like them both. I can't decide. So, but yeah, what do you think about Tom Welling and Erica? So yeah, I made a whole video on this the other day when it happened. In that video, I said I was sorry, I keep getting text alerts. In that video, I said I was very excited, but I don't know what they're gonna do with him. Like, I think there's only really a few possibilities. I can't get the phone out of my pocket. Just in the sense of I just can't imagine that Tom Welling's gonna get in the Superman suit. If they pulled that off, then they gave him a lot of money, more than what they did to probably even get him to agree to coming back. So I don't think he's going to be in the Superman suit. But then again, if he's been Superman this whole time, I don't get story-wise as to why he wouldn't get in it for the crossover. So this is what's making me logically come to the conclusion that maybe he might have abandoned being Superman. Of course, that is a far-reaching speculation, but if he hasn't abandoned being Superman, why wouldn't he get in his Superman suit in the crossover? But then I don't think Tom Welling's going to do that. You know, and you may ask, how do you know that, Boba? Or something like that, but just look it up. There's a lot of easy signs to tell that Tom Welling isn't really all about getting in the suit. I'd be very surprised if he did, but I don't know. As for Lois Lane, it just makes sense. Like, I'm not massively excited. It's just more of like it's a nice addition. It complements Tom Welling coming back. David's asking me, Bane movie or Scarecrow movie? I talked about this recently in terms of I would really like to see with this kind of DC Black label, which isn't really even official, but what they're doing with Todd Phillips' Joker movie. I would like to see like a character study of Deathstroke. Some people really want to see a Lex Luthor kind of Elseworlds movie. Bane or Scarecrow? I think Scarecrow I would choose. Bane would be super interesting just because of his origin story. That would be really sweet. But I think overall, even outside that, I would want to see Deathstroke. That would be an awesome thing to follow. And I think they should give also Joe the opportunity to reprise his role, even if it's a completely different Elseworlds film. Just because that guy has been waiting for the opportunity to play Deathstroke for a long time. Whoa! I'm going. Facecam's going pretty big now. Scarecrow would be cool, yeah. Who was my favorite Gotham actor? I'd probably say, like, honestly, it's just either Alfred or Harvey Bullock. So like Donald Logue or Sean Pertwee. I love those two guys in Gotham. I liked everyone really. I find it really hard making decisions on like who's my favorite out of things sometimes, unless there's such an obvious answer for myself. But sometimes if they kind of come close, I can't decide. Ideal Joker actor, what do you mean? Like my ideal one? In terms of like I prefer the more I don't know, I do prefer the more I was going to say anarchic, kind of chaotic one, but at the same time, you know, obviously I love Heath Ledger's Joker, but, you know, I don't... Joaquin's Joker, not that I've seen the movie yet, does come across that way, but he's also got a lot more of the Looney Tune kind of vibe about him, which I think Joaquin's Joker's got quite a nice blend of different Jokers, actually. Honestly, I don't really necessarily have an ideal Joker. As long as they are... I don't know. It's really hard to say. I can't really articulate it. Just because I feel like any iteration has some kind of valid take on the Joker. But yeah, I suppose my preferable one would be the more Looney Tune-y kind of silly Mark Hamill one. But also mixed in with like an R-rated, you know, Mark Hamill one, if you know what I mean. So yeah, if you kind of get my vibe there. And I feel like Arthur Fleck is kind of like that. So, like, obviously, it's going to be a very serious film. He's got a great laugh, but it's also going to be really disturbing. So I think that's I don't know. I just love all Jokers, to be honest. Am I keeping up to date with Pennyworth? To be honest, I'm actually not. I completely dropped the ball with that. Don't get me wrong. Pennyworth is a very good show, but I'm blaming it on whatever, if you know what I mean. Everyday life, prioritizing this show over that show. Pennyworth just slid off for me. So yeah, that complete transparency there. I still plan to do a season 1 kind of review for it. Team Forward. Oh, you have to split the people in the live stream, don't you, for asking me this question. Thank you for donating, though. Jerome or Jeremiah? I would have to say Jerome. I did a video about this. How Gotham could have done the Joker better or something, I think it was titled. And I think, Jerome is the MVP here. I always know in this fandom, you're going to have people, and I respect this, who will defend what I'm about to say. So I think that there was a lot less writing involved and acceleration of Jeremiah's kind of storyline, like with his obsession with Bruce, this, that, and the other. Whereas the foundations were already there with Jerome Valeska. Now, I know some people, as I said, will completely defend Jeremiah. It's like, when he went crazy and he met Bruce and he's been isolated for years in his little mazy labyrinth hideout place. He became obsessed with Bruce, like, whatever. You can insert that storyline comic book logic if you want to. But in my mind, it was very rushed. As cool as Cameron played Jeremiah, though, don't get me wrong, I prefer the Jeremiah behavior of the Joker character. I mean, because he becomes the Joker after all. But I think they should have just not done that and stuck with Jerome. I think that's, I think that would have been a longer kind of cool arc to go with. But, I do appreciate it still. I really do. But yeah, hopefully that answered your question, Team Forward. But thank you for the super chat. Let me scroll up a bit because I've got quite a few questions that I've missed. Thoughts on Willem Dafoe as a Joker? Maybe like 10, 15 years ago, but I don't see it happening now. In terms of like a live action kind of take. I know a lot of people see it, but that's been going around as a fan casting for like the longest time now. But yeah, I mean, sure, but like, I do prefer the Jokers to be, around at the very latest Joaquin Phoenix's age. Who is the one you would like to see die on Titans? I don't think I want to see anyone die. To be honest with you. If I had to pick one, it would just be Jason, just because it makes sense eventually. So I think, with all of the stuff recently that's been going on, it could very well be Jason Todd turning into, well, at the very beginning, at least, of his, whatever Titans his iteration seems to be on his Red Hood story. So yeah, maybe at the end of this season. Do you think Bryan Cranston would make a good Jim Gordon for the 2021 Batman film? Yes, but I think he would also, just like quite a few people have already said, make a good Lex Luthor. It's just that kind of Snyder era cast of DCU things seems to be really all over the place. Even with amazing films like Shazam, Wonder Woman, and all of that, you just have to think, even with Birds of Prey, it's like, where's the Bat? Like, where's the Batman? Like, not that he needs to be in the Birds of Prey, but I could go on forever about this. I don't think we're ever going to really see a fully healed Snyder era version of that cast for the DCEU, even in 5 years. But yeah, no, Day Tripper asks, thank you for the super chat, by the way, buddy. Thoughts on the Suicide Squad cast? I'm insanely excited. I like how James Gunn teased, what was it? He said that don't be attached to any of them, because obviously it is the Suicide Squad. It's just more interesting just thinking about what real actors are going to be what characters in the movie. I didn't do a video on that just because, I want to wait for a bit more info on the Suicide Squad film from James Gunn. But yeah, I'm very excited for it just because I do think James Gunn is a fantastic director. I think he's going to give the edge to the Suicide Squad that it should have always been. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not really disrespecting David Ayer. You know, I know his film really isn't that highly rated for a lot of people, but, you know, I think he gets way too much flack for it. But James Gunn, I think it's kind of his... You know, this is his corner. I'm not even comparing it to Guardians, but do you know what I mean? I feel like he can really make something tangible with just what is even the Suicide Squad and turn it into something amazing, especially with this cast, you know? But let me scroll back up. Keep missing so many questions. Right, missing too many. Do you think we'll get a real-life interpretation of Robin in the Batman film? So yes and no. I mean, who knows what Matt Reeves is really going to do with the Batman in 2021 with Robert Pattinson. You know, I think Robin would be a mistake for the first movie. I think it would be cool if you, like, maybe introduced him in the second film. And then if you really want to go on... you know, develop Robin. I mean, you could do, you know, they could do more of a storyline with, just say Dick Grayson is introduced into the second film of the Batman, I don't know what, Matt Reeves' Batman. And then, like, the third film is where, you know, Dick Grayson and Robert Pattinson's Batman are running around. That would be really cool, but not the first film. But I think there is a good chance. Yeah, I think there is a really good chance. How's it going, Eric? We've got Eric's Reloaded in chat. Check him out, guys. If you haven't already, you should probably know who he is already. Robin as a mistake. What a joke. What do you mean? I was only saying Robin would be a mistake if you put him in the first, you know, Matt Reeves Batman film. Because, you know, it's a trilogy. So I think, considering Bruce is meant to be in his formative Batman years, I just don't think he should have a Robin, like, right there and then. But yeah, I think you could introduce Dick Grayson in the second one. Yeah, definitely. Who knows? There might be a little couple of year time jump between the first and the second film. I wouldn't be surprised there as well. Rip the 4-channel crossovers, indeed. We haven't done one of them in... I honestly couldn't tell you. It's been a long time. My hat is cool. Thank you. Do you know what the symbol is? Does anyone know what the symbol is on this hat? Just genuinely. It's just going to be interesting if anyone recognizes it. You should do, really. I mean, not everyone at the same time. I get it, to be honest, if you don't. But still, there should be somebody in this stream. Come on. Nobody. Wheat. Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Wheat. No, but that's not it. So somebody's asking some Star Wars questions. Let me scroll up. Hey Boba, how are you? I'm good, Dominic. I hope you're well. How are you? Hopefully I see your reply. Palpatine and Rise of Skywalker, good idea or too crammed? I think it's a good idea. I think JJ is going to incorporate him a bit less than what everybody's probably thinking. You know, I don't think it's too jammed. I think he will tie in quite neatly, if you know what I mean. You can't see my hat, Amethyst? It's right here. The symbol. Have you got your glasses on? I know I should have mine on. Like, right now, it's mainly my left eye. Like, it's just blurry, whereas my right's much, much, much better. Yes, Mr. Fruit, finally. You were the first person to say it's the symbol Boba Fett has. Yes, it's Boba Fett's kind of Mandalorian symbol, if you will, even though it's not like the Mandalorian kind of symbol anyway. What am I wearing? I am wearing a Boba Talks hoodie, which you can find somewhere on this channel. I don't know. I think I have the link to my hoodies and shirts under my videos. They're just there if people want to support the channel. Right. Should Cyborg join the Titans? I don't know, man. I know, like, even the Stars stirred some excitement not so long ago. You know, I think Ryan Potter was said something on who plays Beast Boy on Instagram saying, oh, you know, one day we'll get you over to the show or whatever. Or something like that. And then everyone's like, oh, Boba, what do you think of Cyborg coming to blah blah blah. Yeah, it doesn't really mean anything when an actor says that. But would he work? Somebody said this recently. I can't remember who. Would Doom Patrol Cyborg work in Titans? Maybe it wouldn't. I really don't know. My first instinct is that not really. But then again, if you just put him in the show anyway, maybe the writers could just make something make sense there. I mean, there is a whole, it's extremely, extremely vague, the whole interconnectivity of the DC Universe shows. I mean, as of how it stands, they're not really connected. At least if you want to look at it in one way, it's like, Titans 104 with Doom Patrol. That's the Titans universe version of Doom Patrol. It's just a cluster mess, if you know what I mean. But I have no doubt that the writers could kind of fix that with some kind of thing. But at the end of the day, with DC Universe, I don't think they care about concentrating on connectivity like that. But we're gonna have to wait and see. I need more coffee. Give me coffee. Hopes for the design of the new bat suit. For what? Maybe the Batman 2021 or Titans, or for the Batman 2021. I don't know. I thought I want it to kind of be really kind of skin tight, like not too much armor on Robert Pattinson, but at the same time, I know people are worried about his frame, but I have no worries about that there. I think because it's meant to be in his formative years, I'm not saying it should be full on year one armor because as newbie as that. But I also don't want it massively technical. I want it to be really like aesthetically pleasing at the same time. I don't know. The symbol, I don't want it to be as big as Ben Affleck's. I love the Dark Knight Returns symbol, don't get me wrong, but it'd be cool if they did a kind of smaller scaled, same themed symbol, but slightly smaller, and maybe, slightly manipulated as well, in terms of how the symbol's a little bit different. Yeah, there are rumors apparently that it's kind of be, as Dee just pointed out in the live chat, that it's going to be like a hybrid of, I can't remember the other one, but the kind of Arkham Knight suit. But, I guess I'm going to see it. I'm going to believe it when I see it. I think Matthew Reeves will, considering how much, no matter what anyone's saying here, this is a big reboot as much as it is a soft that makes no sense. But there's so many people insistent that this is going to be a Ben Affleck prequel. But, I just don't get it. How are people saying that when they were going to race bend Jim Gordon? There's just so many differences. I can't guarantee it. I want to say I guarantee you, but Matthew Reeves is going to do something very different with this Batman. It's ultimately a mystery. I can't say anything because I would definitively know. But I think if you're thinking of making Jim Gordon black, for example, that tells me it doesn't connect to the future Batman. Because Matthew Reeves' first choice was, I can't remember the name of this actor. It's the guy from Luke Cage. Someone in the chat might know. I'm just Googling it right now. I can never say his name. Mahershala Ali. You guys know? Yeah. He was in Luke Cage. I think he's even getting a big role if he hasn't already. But that was apparently, I'm not saying confirmed, Matthew Reeves' first choice for Jim Gordon in the Batman trilogy. So, what I'm strictly talking about there in terms of the race bend is just how does that connect up to the Justice League Ben Affleck Batman? It doesn't. Amongst the numerous changes that Matthew Reeves is going to have, of course they're going to have a whole different design on so many different things. And I know you're going to get people, until that film is released, saying, oh, but, that's because, Ben Affleck's Batman was younger and obviously things would have been different back then. But come on, man. I don't think they're really trying to connect it anymore, Eric says he's just waiting for the Batman prequel where they follow his great-great-great-great-grandparents through their lives as farmers. They're the real MVPs and foundations of the storyline, to be honest. The Batman philosophy goes way back to then. Your questions are never going to get answered. I generally haven't seen them, Razorblade. Like, I don't ignore people. Sometimes I might be answering a question, and for like, I could be answering it for like 5 minutes, and then a few scroll by, and I just don't see it. When will you do live streams? I don't have a live stream schedule, honestly. It used to be every Sunday, but now it's just every God knows when. I have no idea. Today I'm live streaming because A, I haven't done one in a long time, but B, I haven't uploaded it, and this is my 3rd day. I didn't really want to upload on the weekend, and today I just didn't have anything planned for today, and there was nothing relevant to talk about on the interwebs in terms of comic book nerdy news. Then we can get the proto Joker as a lazy sheep herder who just had one bad day. I would pay to see that, I think. Boba, do you think the Rogues Gallery will be in Titans? How do you mean? I don't think so, beyond what we already saw in that reality manipulation last season. You know, if you're referencing the fact that just Ian Glenn's Bruce Wayne is in Titans Season 2, I think we might get references to the Rogues Gallery. Maybe there might be another phone call with Dick Grayson on the phone with Bruce, and he's like, I'm in the middle of something with Scarecrow or the Penguin. Like, DC Universe shows are really good at references like that, but I really don't think we're going to see, you know, Scarecrow in San Francisco or something, or someone else like that, for example, in the Rogues Gallery, you know, who the Titans are managing to fight. I don't know. I just can't imagine that. All right, let me scroll up a bit. I do not remember what celebrity said they wanted to play Riddler. I would love David Tennant as the Riddler. I mean, there's been a lot of... you guys should check out Will Gray art and Jackson Durr on Instagram. So I use some of their artwork in my Batman videos to the point where people think that I'm actually showing stuff from the Batman movie, which is impossible because there's nothing concept leaked or public-wise out yet. But, you know, they've mocked up... Well, Will Gray has mocked up David Tennant as the Riddler, and I think it would be brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I could really see that. Do you think Red Hood will be in Titans Season 2? I honestly don't know. I think it's very possible, especially with Curran Walters putting on his Instagram story. They're doing the final table reading, I think, or they've already done it. And, you know, next to everyone's name, it said Brenton Thwaites, Nightwing, and, you know, la-di-da-da. But for Jason Todd, it said, as his character name, Freebird. Now, if you guys aren't already aware, Freebirds is like the code name for Titans and stuff. And obviously, this is meant to imply that his character name is a code name. So, like, why wouldn't it be Robin? So you could argue that's Red Hood. But then again, you know, I've had this discussion recently. How are they going to do Red Hood on Titans without the Joker, you know? Yeah, without the Joker. If you guys know how the Red Hood began and why he called himself the Red Hood, it's because of the Joker. But I think everyone knows, as much as what DC Universe can do, they're not going to let the Joker, they're not going to do the Joker beating, you know, Jason Todd into that character, essentially. So, you know, whether it's Deathstroke or someone else, I don't know. Maybe, you know, I've also been discussing this as well. Like, maybe they could have a new name for Jason Todd, but just the same arc as the Red Hood. But I just don't know what they're going to do there. You know, I think that they're going to definitely do, you know, the Red Hood storyline or arc this season towards the end, if at all. But yeah, it won't go until full swing, maybe in the following season. But we're going to have to wait and see there. I mean, it's totally possible that, you know, you could argue that they could still do the Joker, but that would just mean having to do it off screen, and it won't nearly be as cool as, you know, having the Joker and Jason Todd on screen at the same time. So I think they're going to do something else, I guess, but I really don't know. But I think it could happen at the end of this season. But yeah, really don't count on Joker doing it. That's one thing I will say. Just don't count on the Joker, you know, coming in to Titans and doing that to Jason Todd. Oh man, I would love Disney to do an Old Republic trilogy. That would be amazing. But guys, I think I'm gonna end the live stream now. It's been nice talking to you guys and actually being able to put something out today and interact with you guys. But yeah, there should be a new video out tomorrow, as usual on most days. So I think Kid Flash will be in Titans, maybe next season if we're very lucky, but definitely not this season if you're thinking about that. I think the best things that we could get this season in terms of maybe a tease for a new character is like what we've already got with Roy Harper being teased. But I don't think a speedster will be making his way until... I don't know. It'd be great next season, but then again, I wouldn't be surprised if they hold it off a bit longer. But just before I go, thank you very much, Crocblock, man, for the super chat, buddy. Hey, babe, love you. P.S. Who's your favorite Batman villain and why is it Killer Croc? Well, it has to be Killer Croc because you just kind of paid me to say that. So, no, who is my favorite Batman villain? It's kind of, as cliche as it sounds, it is the Joker. But that doesn't mean that I don't love other characters like Harvey Dent and all the other Rogues Gallery members. But yeah, Joker is just, it's such a cliche answer, and so many people over almost, that character is oversaturated these days, but, Boba, plug the Discord, but will anyone join? Yes, plug the Discord before you end. Arthur Curry is played by Brahman DCU. You can look it up. Is there like a race war going on in the comments right now? I've missed some. There's quite a few things. Was Wally an OG Titan? I would like to think so in the Titans. Iteration that we've got on DC Universe. I just think with Wally, like maybe he could have been an original Titan, but he was not like a fully fledged or committed member. And maybe, for all we know in the Titans universe, Crisis on Infinite Earths could have happened and Barry Allen's just disappeared and Wally's the new protector. I mean, there's so many things that we don't know in terms of that. But yeah, I should, I keep losing the link for Discord. Let me just, if anyone wants to talk to me literally after this live stream, I will be active in my Discord server if I can manage to copy the link. So if you want to talk to me after this live stream, join the Discord server. I think one of you have joined out of this live stream. But if any of you do join, it would be great to see you there. Yeah, because as I said, I'm active in the Discord server. So do it. Click on that. Join it. Do it. Boba, what fan art should I make of you? What do you want? You don't have to make fan art of me, man. But if you absolutely had to, make me a speedster. I want to be a speedster in real life. So if that was at all possible, just make me a speedster. I feel like if I was to be a superhero, it would have to be a speedster. I am no way near. I could not be a vigilante. I would just get broken day one. Boba banned me from Discord. I'm sure it's for a very good reason. Or if one of the mods banned you. There is still a race war, Boba. Oh god. Just rolling up for any last questions. What does it take to be a media reviewer like you? I just started a YouTube channel and started talking about things. No, yeah, man. I guess if you want to talk about stuff and review things, just be consistent with it. I definitely recommend it. I love talking about stuff like this. Boba reads. No, yeah. I think that's everything. Unless any of you guys have any last minute questions. Hopes for Mandalorian series. Do I have any hopes? I just can't wait for it. I can't wait for the Mandalorian. God, it's just I love the setting of it. I love the production of it, the premise of it. Everything just sounds great. But yeah, I think that's everything, guys. So one more time, I'm going to leave the Discord link in the chat. Thank you all for joining me for the past 40 minutes, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. And thank you for the guys who super chatted, which is Team Forward, Day Tripper, and Crocblock. Very much so appreciated, guys. And that is everything. So take care. Goodbye. Au revoir.